जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वृंदावन गिरिवरधारी यशोधनन्दना व्रजजनन्दना रमणधीरावनचारि जय राम कुञ्ज विहारी जय गोपी जनवृन्दावन गिरिवरधारी यशोधनन्दना Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Gopi Janavallabha Radha Gopi Janavallabha Jai Ram Sita Krishna Pavana Hari Jai Jai Krishna Pavana Om Shripada Paramahamsa Parivajapacharya Kastottar Shasri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Anand Purvasthapande Ki All Guru Samulya Hare Hare Krishna. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Canto 4, Chapter 1, text number 57. It is 4:157. सोऽयं स्थिति व्यतिकरो करो पश्यमाय सृष्टाम् सोऽयं स्थिति व्यतिकरो पश्यमाय सृष्टाम् सत्त्वेन न सुरगणा नमो यत्त्वः सत्त्वेन न सुरगणा नमो यत्त्वः दृष्ट्या अदप्रकरुणा विलोकनेन यच्छारिणिकेतमवलं क्षिपतारविन्दम् सोऽयं स्थितिव्यतिकरो पशमाय सृष्टान् स्थितिव्यतिकरो सोऽयं स्थितिव्यतिकरोपशमाय सृष्टान् सत्त्वेन सुरगणानुमेय तत्त्वः सत्त्वेन सुरगणानुमेय तत्त्वः दृष्ट्यादप्रकरुणा विलोकनेन दृष्ट्यादप्रकरुणेन विलोकनेन यच्छ्रीनिकेतममलं क्षिपतारविन्दम् यश्श्रीनिकेतममलं क्षिपतारविन्दम् सोऽयं स्थितिव्यतिकरो पशमाय सृष्टान् सत्त्वेन न सुरगणानुमेय तत्त्वः दृश्यादप्रकरुणेन विलोकनेन यश्श्रीनिकेतममलं क्षिपतारविन्दम् Translation and purport let that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is understood by the truly authorized Vedic literature and who has created peace and prosperity to destroy all calamities of the created world, be kind enough to bestow his glance upon the demigods. His merciful glance can supersede the beauty of the spotless lotus flower, which is the home of Goddess of Fortune. Purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the origin of the cosmic manifestation, is covered by the wonderful activities of material nature. Just as the outer space or illumination of the sun and moon is sometimes covered by the clouds or dust. It is very difficult to find the origin of the cosmic manifestation. Therefore, the material scientists conclude that the nature is ultimate cause of all manifestation. But from Shastra or authentic Vedic literature like Bhagavad Gita and other Vedic scriptures, we understood that behind this wonderful cosmic manifestation is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, And in order to maintain the regular procedure of cosmic manifestation and to be visible to the eyes of person who are in the mode of goodness, Lord appears. He is the cause of the creation and dissolution of the cosmic manifestation. The demigod therefore prayed for his merciful glance upon them in order to be blessed. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Pancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vacharam Bangam Rangayate Girim Yet Krupatamaham Vande Sri Gurundinataranam Paramananda Madhav Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody for this today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam. So, just a minute. In this verse, it is said that the lineage of Swayambhu Manu and the appearance of Narayana Rishi was discussed. So if you see, like the lineage of Swayambhu Manu is so great that Lord appears at every branch. Means like Swayambhu Manu has 3 daughters and 2 sons, and Lord appears to every one of them in their lineage at least. So Swayambhu Manu, one of, like with respect to daughters, Swayambhu Manu has 3 daughters: Devahuti, Akuti, and Prasuti, and 2 sons, Prevrata and Uttanapada. Prez Maharaj, Uttanapada Maharaj. So Devahuti is married to Kardamuni, and Lord appeared to them as directly their son, as Lord Kapila Deva. And Akuti is married to Prajapati Ruchi, and to them Lord appeared as Yajna. And Prasuti is married to Daksha, and Daksha's daughters are married to different personalities. And here, if you see, one of the daughter of Daksha is called Murti. She is married to Dharma. And Narnaran Rishi appeared as their son. And with respect to the sons of Swayambhu Manu, Priyavrat Maharaj is there. Priyavrat Maharaj son is Nabi, and Nabi's son is Rishabhadev. The Supreme Personality of God himself. And another son of Priyavrat Maharaj is Uttanapada, who is father of Dhruva. So in that lineage, then later on King Vena and all comes, and then from the body of King Vena, Prithu Maharaj takes birth. So if you see, every lineage, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has appeared. So especially this verse speaks about the appearance of Narayana Rishi. Basically, uh, how to identify who is Supreme Person, who is the incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and who is ordinary Jiva is, uh, it is mentioned in the scriptures itself. And the greatest of great souls, they like the sages and highest authorities like sages and like Narada Muni and all those and demigods, they know the appearance of Supreme Personality of Godhead. For example, when a prime minister visits any remote district, common man may not be able to know, but the authorities will know. Oh, prime minister is coming here because that will be communicated ahead of time. So in the same way, when the Supreme Personality of Godhead, when he appeared, we have seen how all the heavenly planets were, like celebrating and how all different demigods are coming and offering prayers, and how earthly planet is rejuvenating and is trying to bestow, like present itself in the best possible way. And for example, our temple is there. Our temple will be ordinary functioning and everything is nicely going on as much as possible. But when some great devotee, when Maharaj comes, we try to make it so clean and so neat, and we decorate it nicely, and the nice celebration will happen. In the same way, when Krishna is coming as one of the incarnations, the material nature, heavenly planets, all the other lokas, the authorities of all the lokas, they know that Krishna is going, it has appeared. So they come and offer prayers and pray for the blessings and mercy of the Lord. So if you see these incarnations, like Lord wants to glorify the descendants of Manu. Lord wants to glorify Manu himself. Because if you see the Brahmajis, the sons of Brahmaji, like four Kumaras and all those things, Narada Muni, as soon as they appeared, they said, we are not going to marry, we remain as a brahmachari only. So, but Brahmaji, what is the Brahmaji desire? Brahmaji wanted to perform the service of populating the world. So Brahmaji, even though he knows that staying as a celibate is the highest, like now, because the purpose of human form of life, the purpose of uh, any form of life in this material world is to attain self-realization and go back to Godhead. But still, Brahmaji was looking for some obedient person, some person who is actually can help him in his service. See, like there are different services. Like in our temple, there are different services. Like Pujari service department is Pujari department is different, kitchen department is different, and Kirtan department is different. So sometimes like we want a devotee to come and do kirtan, but no, that the requirement is like other department head, other person. He said, "Oh, we need in the kitchen or we need in the altar that somebody to help." So kind of means the service preference. So, but with respect to Swayambhu Manu, when Swayambhu Manu appeared, actually, until this point of time, Brahmaji was in some anxiety. Who will help me? Lord has told me to populate this earthly planet, do the secondary creation, but I was not able to do. Who will help me? Like that, he was looking. At that point of time, Swayambhu Manu takes, like Swayambhu Manu is a Prajapati, and he accepts the instruction of Brahmaji and then procreates children. And Swayambhu Manu, if you see the daily routine of Swayambhu Manu, he is the emperor of the entire world. And when we see how he starts in the morning by hearing the glorification of the Lord. Like now, when somebody to wake up the king, that time they don't have alarm system. So Mandi Bhagadas or something they call. No? They glorify and they play some instruments and wake up. So what they do, they go and do the kirtan of Lord. That is the wake up alarm for them, for the Swayambhu Manu. So he wakes up hearing the glories of the Lord. and then he, after his daily routine, he goes and personally worship the deity of the Lord and do all those things. Such a disciplined life he led, and he has raised all the children, all the three daughters and two sons, in such a nice devotional attitude that they all become great devotees. And they become so great that Lord Supreme Personality of Godhead himself personally came and appeared as their sons and grandsons. So, but if you see the previous verses, they are like elaborate description. Oh, this son, this daughter, this this son of Swayambhavan is this person, and daughter of Prajapatis are so many 16 daughters. Who is married to who? Elaborate description is given. So one may think, why to put all these names? Instead, you can have nice story, right? Why? What is the necessity? Prabhupada writes in the later sections of Srimad Bhagavatam that the pastimes of Lord and pastimes of devotees are non-different. One should be able to release the pastimes of the devotees on the equal level of the Lord. But Krishna goes one step ahead. Uh, he says, put my devotees first, don't put me first. Put my devotees first. Mad Bhakta Pujadika. Put, if you worship me, you are not actually worshipping me. But if you worship my devotee, then only you are actually worshipping me. So that is the mood of Krishna. So that's why if you see different pastimes, in previous chapters, let me see which chapter is it? Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 15th chapter, where demigods go to Lord Brahmaji, and Brahmaji describes about the Vaikuntha Loka, how Vaikuntha Loka looks like. Like it is, while describing the Vaikuntha Loka, he quotes different aspects of Vaikuntha Loka, and he quotes this verse: Paravatanya Brita Sarasa Chakravaka Dyuta Hamsa Sukati Tiribarhi Namya Kula Halo Viramache Chiramat Namuche Rungadapi Harikatam Iva Gayamane. So the translation is, when the king of beasts hums in a high pitch, singing the glories of the Lord, there is a temporary lull in the noise of the pigeons, cuckoos, cranes, chakravakas, swans, the parrots, partridges, and peacocks. Such transcendental birds stop their own singing simply to hear the glories of the Lord. See, these when with respect to no, like cuckoo, no, like you might have heard the cuckoos, right? They say coo, coo, like very fluent voice. If you hear that, very pleasing and very nice singing cuckoo has. And all other birds, they have their own voice, their own way of singing. So, but when this bumblebee, no, sorry, this bumblebee, when actually starts singing, how does bumblebee sings? So not such a great singing. But when this bumblebee started singing the glories of the Lord, all the other birds like cuckoos, chakravakas, and all those things, who has fluent voice compared to bumblebee, they all maintain silence, only to hear the glories of the Lord from the bumblebee. Means they didn't say, you bumblebee, why are making noise? We can sing much better than you. They don't sing, they don't say like that. But they maintain silence. And while describing about different plants and trees, different different flower plants. So in the material world, in the spiritual world, every person has consciousness. Just the way here only humans can express their consciousness. But in the material world, every moving and non-moving entities can express their consciousness. Sorry. Sorry, in the spiritual world, in the Vaikuntha Loka. But in the material world, only very few, there is marginal energy and the internal energy, the spiritual and material. Material doesn't have the consciousness, only spiritual has the consciousness. So that's why what is the symptom of the living person and dead person is the consciousness. Living person does have consciousness, but the dead person doesn't have consciousness. So the symptom of presence of the spirit soul within the body is the consciousness. So, but with respect to spiritual world, the entire world itself is conscious. Even the grain of dust of Vrindavan or Vaikuntha Loka is conscious. Even the flowers, even the birds, even the moving, non-moving entities, everything is conscious because everything is expansion of Balram. So, while describing the plants, Brahmaji quotes this verse. Mandara kunda kurabot paratam pakarna punnaganaga pakulam bhujaparijata gandhirtita tulisika paranena tasya yasmin kapah sumanaso bahumanayanti. The translation is, although flower plants like mandara, kunda, kurabaka, uppala, champakarna, harana, punnaga, Nagakesara, Bakula, Lily, Parijata are full of transcendental fragrance. They are still conscious of austerities performed by Tulasi. For Tulasi is given the special preference by the Lord who garlands himself with the Tulsi leaves. So with respect to the trees like Mandara and Parijata, like flower trees like that, Tulasi is very short, and Tulasi doesn't produce any strong fragrance. Tulasi, if you smell Tulasi, it has fragrance, but very, very mild fragrance. But still, when performing service to the Lord, they all know that Tulasi has done great austerities to please the Lord. And there is a nice pastime about Tulsi Maharani, okay? And they gave the position to Tulsi Maharani that every day Lord will wear Tulsi garland in Vaikuntha Loka. Means there is no competition, there is only cooperation. And if we want to please the Lord, we have to please the devotees. We have to cooperate. If some devotee is able to do something, immediately we have to perform some service. We have to immediately encourage the devotee. If some devotee is not able to do something, we have to accommodate that also. So that's the way, is nicely illustrated, like many times in Srimad Bhagavatam. So especially later on in Srimad Bhagavatam it will come. Generally, it is said that one who does Ashwamedha Yagyas, 1000 Ashwamedha Yagyas or 100 Ashwamedha Yagyas, then they will be promoted to become the Indra of the planet. So when Prithu Maharaj was ruling, Prithu Maharaj was continuously performing Ashwamedha Yajnas, one after another. So he finished 99 Ashwamedha Yajnas. So if Prithu Maharaj performs one more Ashwamedha Yajna, he will be equal to the present Indra. Present Indra got that position because he performed 100 Ashwamedha Yajnas in his previous lifetime. So Indra becomes insecure. Indra thinks, if a person performs one more Ashwamedha Yajna, he will match my record. He will break my record. So every time when they are performing Ashwamedha Yajna, Indra used to come and steal the horse. Sometimes like a different sadhu vesh he will take, and then he will steal the horse. And Prithu Maharaj and his sons, they got so frustrated. Even the Brahmanas who is performing the sacrifice, they also got so much frustrated. They said to Prithu Maharaj, if you just please let me know, we will just offer some mantras to kill Indra. We will just offer mantras so that Indra will be killed, so that he will not be like he will not stop your Ashwamedha Yajnas. And And Prithumara's sons are so cultured that like whenever they see somebody wearing a sadhu dress, they don't attack that person. So taking that as a weakness, Indra has every time they used like something 21 times, 17 times, some number is, 17. Yeah, 17 times or something like that. 17 times he comes and stops. Like he still starts. So, and that's why that he said that there are 17 apasampradayas. They're not, there are 17 or 20, some number is there. I don't exactly remember the number. So there are 17 means apasampradaya means like some 17 every time Indra took a dress, no, like as a saint, these are not original saints. They are uh, dongi sadhus. Yeah. Or what do you call dongi in the fake lineages. So yeah, pseudo sadhus. Okay. So that's this sadhus made a lineage from Indra. Okay. So, but still, Rutumarasana did not attack Indra, and finally, when this contemplation between the priests of Yajna and Rutumara's sons and Rutumaras are going on, and to take action against Indra, they would have done so because they are very powerful. But at the same time, Brahmaji comes and appears and says, "No, like see, you are a mature devotee. You know what is permanent and what is not permanent. So you see this Indra is attached to, he's keeping his record of one who performed 100 Ashwamedha yajnas. So why don't you stop this, your yajnas and let him have the satisfaction of having 100 Ashwamedha yajnas. And when Prithumara hears this instruction from Brahmaji, immediately Prithumara says, yes, I will not perform any more Ashwamedha yajnas. So basically, he stopped the 100th Ashwamedha yajna. So when he does so, immediately the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears there. Vishnu personally appears there. If you see the nice painting done by Srila disciples, Lord appears and everybody, including Pratumara, everybody offers different prayers to the Lord. So what it means is Lord is pleased by the adjusting nature, accommodating nature, or cooperating nature, not the yes, I did my will as passed through. Means like whatever I am my opinion that only is work is happening according to my desire, my opinion. Rather than if there is nice cooperation, nice agreement, among the devotees, that will please the Lord. Even in the case of Prachetas also, Prachetas, they go underneath the sea and they perform austerities. If you see, there are many places like except for Dhrumaraj performed austerities for only 6 months, and Supreme Personality of God appeared in front of him. But such a short duration of, like now, even in later chapters also, Mother Diti performs for 1 year. 1 year. 12 days. 12 days or some like very short period of time, Lord appears. So, but in some cases, it is said that Lord doesn't play even for you if you appear performance is continuously for thousands and thousands of years, even many lifetimes also. Sometimes when he appeared in front of devotees, he said, from 100 lifetimes you have been performing tapasya, that's why I appeared now. That is the situation. Means Lord can appear 100 lifetimes after many millions of lifetimes also, he will not appear. But if he pleases, he can appear just in one few days. Like one was fast time, right? Just for one moment. That yeah, he doesn't. Lord doesn't appear for one moment. But he can take shelter within a moment also. So it depends on the activity and also the attitude with which we perform. So with respect to Prachetas, they performed austerities, but they didn't perform very severe austerities. They performed very simple austerities, and they performed for not very long. I think
They were in the water for I think some
thousands of years, but still, when Lord appears in front of them, Lord says to them, "I am pleased with the cooperation among yourselves."
Lord Shiva.
No, Vishnu. So Vishnu says, Krishna says that I am pleased with the nice cooperation among yourselves. So later on, 9 Prachetas, they married only one wife. So such is the importance of that's why Prabhupada writes, a Kanishta devotee he sees Lord only in the deity form, and he likes to hear only the pastimes of Krishna and nothing but. And in the pastimes of Krishna also he has specification. I will only hear Rasa Panchadhyaya, means I will only hear Rasa Lila, the highest pinnacle of what any devotee can go. So, but a Madhyamadikari, he will have equal respect for a devotee and for the Lord. A Madhyamadikari will respect the devotees and respect the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. But Madhyamadikari will see difference. Oh, this person is a devotee, this person is non-devotee. I should take the association of only devotees. I should not take the association of non-devotees. He should do, otherwise he will not be able to survive. That is because it is his level. But with respect to Uttamadikari, he see the greatness in every person, every living entity. Now, there are some pastimes in later chapters where Avadhuta Brahmana, he actually narrates how like 24 gurus. In 24 gurus, there are different entities. Like sometimes bumblebee is my guru, sometimes river is my guru, sometimes tree is my guru, sometimes honeybee is my guru, sometimes prostitute is my guru. So, like 24 among 24 gurus, they are able to get this inspiration to perform devotional service even from the insignificant entities also. So that is the vision of Mahabhagavad devotees. Mahabhagavad devotees, they can see the potential, uh, they can see the Lord's presence in everything, even non-moving. If you go and show a light to a Mahabhagavad devotee, immediately will realize, immediately will correlate to something which is related to Krishna, and he draws such a conclusion that is impossible to derive such kind of conclusions. So because it depends on the consciousness. So that's why like they know how to preach, how to act, how to see the greatness in every living entity, irrespective of what is their qualification, what is their position. So what we can learn from this is it is better with respect to in the temple, any person who is visiting the temple, who is entering into the temple of Krishna, we never know their actual position. Because sometimes a person who came newly might have actually performed 99% of his spiritual life in the previous life only, and he just came to complete that 1%. And we might be at 5% or 10%. And we think, oh, I have been in the temple for so long, and this person is just coming now. So he is my subordinate. I should listen whatever I have to say. Oh, this person is a Grihastha, I am Brahmachari. So this person I have to listen whatever I have to say. So that person might listen to us also, but we never know what is their position. That's why it is always because Krishna only says, right? Madbhakta Puja Vyadika means my devotees are more worshipful than me. If you worship my devotees, if you please my devotees, I am automatically pleased. So that's why we should we should actually be accommodative, cooperative, and always be safe side, give the preference to their opinion. That's why Prabhupada asked them, you call everybody as Prabhu and Mataji. Not even Mataji. He said, call even Mataji is also Prabhu. I went to this place and everybody there, like in Canada, in Canada, in Canada, in ISKCON temples, they call even Mataji also Prabhu. I was worried, what is this? Why are you calling Mataji as Prabhu? He said, oh, in Canada, everybody call Mataji is also Prabhu. Because there might be a slight opinion that, oh, Mataji means lower than Prabhu. So that's why, okay, call everybody Prabhu. So that kind of accommodative nature, that kind of, like what pleases the devotee, that is more important than what is actually right. So when we have this kind of attitude, then we will be able to bring more and more souls to Krishna. Then Krishna will send more and more sincere devotees, sincere personalities to join. Okay. So, but maintaining the standards is also important. But we should actually follow the example of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, initially, like with respect to taking the Krishna consciousness movement outside the India, is a very big task. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur has endured so much, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my Sankirtan movement will spread all over every town and village of entire world. But when Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur was there, he tried to see, I wanted to put effort in that. That's why when he met Srila Prabhupada, immediately first instruction is, you are a nice, intelligent young man, why don't you go and preach outside? You are going to preach to the English-speaking world. That was his first instruction and last instruction also. And when Prabhupada was taking time, when Prabhupada was in Grosashram, Prabhupada was not yet ready, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur actually endeavored to send a very qualified devotee. He is very, very, very well versed and very good looking and good in English. So he sent that person to England to establish ISKCON, to establish Krishna consciousness movement. So this person went there and he saw people of different caliber, addicted to so much of meat eating, intoxication, gambling, and all those things. And he started to, with his knowledge, with his capacity, he started preaching. But when it comes to following regular principles, everybody say, oh, this is not possible for us. Finally, one person came to him and he said, can you make me a Brahmana? One American, one Western bodied person came to that disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, says, can you make me a Brahmana? He said, why not? I can make you Brahmana. So, but only thing is, you have no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. That's no impossible. That person says, impossible. I cannot live without them. So after having this experience, then that devotee, I don't want to take his name, he became so disheartened because he tried for many, many years, many months at least, but he was not able to make even 1% devotee. I think he made one Mataji as a devotee, but his success was very minimal. And he wrote to Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, it is impossible to propagate Krishna conscious movement in the Western in the Western world. Then, I don't know, he didn't write. He came back from England to India, and when his disciple came back from England to India, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur personally went to receive him. Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur was that time, he was the head of 64 Gaudiya Maths. And he is a guru of so many disciples. But when he came from England, he personally went to receive him. But when Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur asked that devotee, how is your success? How many devotees are Krishna conscious? Then that devotee said, Guru Maharaj, making them devotees is very highly impossible task. It cannot be made like that, he says. Then Bhaktivedanta Thakur became so upset. He said, I don't want to see your face as long as I'm alive. So, even like when Bhaktivedanta Thakur he passed away, the devotee didn't come to attend him. Means he was very much, basically, the devotee tried his best, but he didn't have the accommodative nature. Yes, as soon as you see somebody, immediately, oh, this person is eating meat, this person is doing this person is doing this. This is mentally finding faults with them. When you find mentally faults with that person, then you will never be able to make connection. See what is the glory, what point is there, what positive aspects is there. Then appreciate them externally, internally also. And our appreciation should be very genuine. So with respect to Srila Prabhupada, when Srila Prabhupada started in New York, he was associating with hippies. Hippies means they regularly break four relative principles. They regularly eat meat, regularly intoxicate, regularly gamble, and regularly do illicit sex. But when Srila Prabhupada started his movement, some hippies used to come to listen to him. And Srila Prabhupada thought just saw one good quality in them. They are coming and sitting in the class to listen to me. So immediately he wrote in his diary, yes, today to my class, two people came. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prediction is true. The Krishna consciousness movement will be spread all over the world. Like that, he made a statement. They just came and sat in the class. That's it. They didn't do anything at that point of time. So gradually, gradually some more students started coming, and like 20-30 people, and they used to live in the same building of Sri Prabhupada. They used to like when Prabhupada has to take bath, he has to stand in line along with them, so that and he used to serve them. He used to make cook for them and serve them. And then when they are done eating, they don't even wash plates. They will just go away. So Prabhupada used to take all the plates and wash them regularly. And then that's how Srila Prabhupada saw the positive aspect in them. Srila Prabhupada thought, oh, these people are sent by Krishna himself. I have to take good care of them. So, but after a few weeks, when Srila Prabhupada was doing 70-year-old person, and these people are young, 18, 20, in their 18s and teenagers and 20s, early 20s, they are in. They are just taking Prabhupada service on Prabhupada. And finally, one day, one person felt a little bit of some not shame. They didn't feel shame. Westerners never feel shame. They are straightforward. You invited us, you kept us, and we are taking the service and going. That's it. But they felt like, let me help this person. He went to Srila Prabhupada, do you need any help in cleaning? Yes, please. So that person started cleaning and assisting Prabhupada. So others also, they started slowly started assisting Prabhupada. And but the things are going on. They are regularly breaking the regular principles, regular intoxicating and gambling, all those things. But after some time, they were regularly hearing Srila Prabhupada chanting, and they are chanting, and they are hearing Srila Prabhupada and taking prasadam. So with this went on for a few more weeks, and they had such a transformation in the heart. They came to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, we like this chanting and we like this spiritual aspects, the spiritual method very much. Is there anything that we have to do? We are chanting, we are taking prasadam, we are hearing your classes. We like all that. Is there anything more we have to do? And Prabhupada said, no, nothing. Whatever you are doing is perfect. Please continue. So same thing continued. The same thing, like Prabhupada was giving classes and then doing kirtan and then giving prasad. Few more weeks passed away. And again they came back and said, Prabhupada, like, no, this is so nice. Is there anything more we have to do? No, nothing is there. Whatever you are doing is perfect. Please continue. So 2-3 times they came and then they asked Prabhupada, is there anything we have to do? Is there anything more we have to do? There should be something more. Then Prabhupada said, so finally after many times they asked for, then Prabhupada said, if you are okay, then you follow these 4 relative principles. First, don't eat meat. Like it's like a very hard word, like atom bomb hitting their head. Then no intoxication, no gambling, no meat. It is illicit sex. And until that point of time, hippie culture means those are predominant. So they are shocked, but they like Prabhupada so much, they like Krishna consciousness so much that they give up everything in one shot. And that's how these teenagers, these young people, Prabhupada used to give them sannyas also. Okay, you go and preach in Asia, you go and preach in China, you go to South America, you go to Europe, like they are like 20, they are in 20s. They said, Prabhupada, we don't know anything. We just came and we started chanting. Whatever you have learned from me, that is more than enough. Go and preach. You send them. These young people, they used to go, they established everywhere they went, they established successfully temple in London, in Europe, France, and then in South America, Mexico, everywhere. Every temple is, most of them are in their early 20s. Very young people. And they took the movement of Srila Prabhupada, and Prabhupada was within 10 years with their help was able to establish 108 temples all over the world. In Australia, Africa, all those places also. 108 temples. So, and with respect to like these disciples, right? Who took sometimes he gives sannyas initiation to somebody who is in early 20s. Sannyas is like somebody to wear saffron, they will think twice. And Prabhupada gives sannyas initiation to them. And they were able to and the Prabhupada used to do marriages to his disciples. Like somebody, okay, you cannot stay like you are advanced, you are standing for relative principles and chanting Hare Krishna mantra and following 4 relative principles. Now, if you want to stay together, get married. So Prabhupada used to marry them. Sannyas should never even attend marriages, but Prabhupada used to personally marry them. So, and some disciples, even after getting married, because they came with a lot of enthusiasm, but they are not able to maintain that enthusiasm. Some disciples, after some time, somebody whom Prabhupada has married, they got divorced, and this Mataji went with one person, and this Prabhu went with another girl. But Prabhupada came to know about that. No, this is not the right way. But wherever you are, it's okay. But you start chanting Krishna and follow Krishna consciousness. Means Prabhupada is accepting that whatever they have done is not a great thing, but you be connected to Krishna. And those people who actually, in one sense, violated the Guru's instruction, they actually came back, who left the movement, they came back because of seeing at the acceptance of Srila Prabhupada. So, and some people who took sannyas, they left sannyas ashram itself. They got married after, they gave up sannyas also. So, somebody who is taking sannyas, they should never get into female association, they should never get married. But some disciples, they are not able to maintain. But Srila Prabhupada said, okay, my blessings, please continue. Wherever you are, please continue. I know that you will not be able to maintain, but still, it's a need of the hour. I need to propagate this Krishna conscious movement all over the world. So that's why I gave you sannyas. So when asked to Prabhupada says, don't be surprised how many people are leaving the movement. Be surprised how many people are staying in the movement. Because this is such a high standards. If you go to any Hindu temple or if you go to any temple, ISKCON temple means, oh, you people are very strict. Because no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling. So, like, no illicit sex is okay. Most of them will follow. No gambling is also okay. Like, no, it will come to okay. Some people will not gamble also. But with respect to no intoxication, means no liquor, no alcohol,
No tea and coffee.
no tea and coffee. Then so that's it. We are done with this ISKCON. And finally, no meat eating. Including onion and garlic. So they said, okay, we are done with ISKCON. We'll respect ISKCON, and but we'll stay away from it. So, but Prabhupada says, don't be concerned about who is living. Be concerned who are like you. Be like no. Be surprised by how many of them are staying. So this kind of success, spiritual success of Srila Prabhupada is not achieved by judging or no, finding faults or finding like no, so like with what you call defects in the devotees. Finding some positivity, encouraging them, cooperating with them, being friendliness, being so Prabhupada and his disciples are so friendly, so accommodative that many people got transformed. And just to stay in the Aswina Prabhupada, just to stay along with devotees, they are able to give up all their bad habits. So when you have such kind of mentality, then that will please Krishna. So all these miracles in ISKCON happen only by the mercy of Krishna. It is otherwise it's highly impossible. If you look our lives also, it is very difficult. We never imagined that I'll be able to follow regular principles. No, especially giving up that meat eating, giving up, at least drinking coffee, tea like that, right? Or even cool drinks also cannot drink. But we are happy. We gave them up and are happy. And we are easily able to do that because of love and affection of devotees. I don't want to displease devotees, that's why I give up my thing. I don't want to displease my Shiksha. I don't want to displease my other follow. That's why we are able to give it up. Because of the love and affection and the friendliness that they have shown upon us. Prabhu so always says, right? One should never use the authority to make the things done. Means that if a person is obeying, you are doing something because you are the authority, that means that you don't have any relationship with it. So a person should be able to do something because of the relationship that we have with him. Not because, oh, this person is authority that I have to obey. If not, I will be in trouble like that. That doesn't work because ISKCON is a voluntary movement. You come by your own will and you will follow by your own will. So, in order to reach to that stage, one has to convince or cooperate or serve the devotees. And finally, what to speak of judging and being aggressive on the devotees? Like what is Mahaprabhu says, what is his goodness Sarantam stresses is the words Trunadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Sakshana, Amanena Manadena, Kirtaniya Sabhara. You should think yourself humbler than a blade of grass, and you should be tolerant, more tolerant than a tree. Then only you will be able to chant the holy name of Krishna with right attitude. So, what to speak of a new devotee who is visiting the temple? We have to think lower than a blade of grass. What is the position of blade of grass when compared to a non-devotee? What is the position of a blade of grass when compared to some offensive devotee? We should think more humbler. We should be more humbler than a blade of grass and more tolerant than a tree. Any person immediately say something immediately. How can you say that to me? But what is the nature of a tree? Tree will give shade, tree will give fruits. But if somebody comes and cuts the tree doesn't oppose. Okay, let him cut. So that should be the nature. It's not like, okay, we give some lectures and we give some guidance, then you should listen to me. You should you should never say anything against me. That should not be our attitude. Our attitude should be, okay, we have given whatever I am supposed to give. It's up to you how you utilize. And it is my duty to serve and be dasanavas. That should be the attitude of a person who wants to progress in devotional service. So okay, we'll end it here. If anybody have any questions or comments, we'll discuss. Anybody listening to say?
We make
Yes, bro.
Doesn't every temple follow the 4 rules? Meditating, not meditating.
Every temple in the city,
Every
ISKCON temple. Hindu temple doesn't follow.
They follow Thursday, no chicken, other days they can eat. But which temple?
No, like a person who is actually going onto the altar, he will follow, and rest of all doesn't follow.
Like this.
Somebody who is a member of the temple, who is actually connected to the temple, he may not be able to follow. Only, especially maybe the pujaris. Pujaris also, they drink onion garlic, they take onion garlic, they drink tea, coffee. They didn't follow that rules. That's why when Hindu temple pujari comes, he says, we are maintaining the temples for the public in general. We are maintaining this temple only for Krishna. Okay. They don't follow. Even the pujaris who go into the altar, they do drink and they at least drink coffee and tea, and they eat onion garlic also.
If they are going in altar, that day they will not eat.
No, they can eat that day also. They can drink that day also. And that what they do, they may take bath and then go. Hare Krishna. Online, anybody have any questions or comments?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanot Prabhu, Ghost Prabhupada. That was an excellent class. I have a question regarding the following authority. Like in the material life, can you hear me, Prabhu?
Yeah, please go ahead.
The material life, people like me or some other like management people, general manager, AGM managers, we have some kind of tendency, right? Like giving orders to subordinates. Okay. When we are entering the temple, so we switch our mind. Okay, I'm not the manager, I'm not the supervisor. I should be like humbler. But the ego, such a way like that, so many years we practiced in the management jobs. Whenever somebody says, okay, Prabhu, can you do this one? And immediately we think, oh, this guy is ordering me. So how to overcome that kind of mentality? Trying, but still because so many years practice the same subordinate or manager level, something like that. Because you just now you're telling like
that is true, bro.
Yeah, just now you're telling like that when you see anybody in the temple, either like new guy or anything, you should think your mood should be like humbler than grass. So how to cultivate that one?
Yeah. So yes, Prabhuji, like what happens is everybody has a range. So for example, it is a duty of a Shiksha Guru to train the devotees. And when he is training, like it is said that only a Shiksha Guru is allowed to find faults so that he can point out, okay, you are doing wrong here, correct it, you need improvement here. He can find faults. Just like if a patient comes into hospital, if doctor say, oh, I don't want to find faults with you, you are all perfect, then that patient will never get cured. But if the patient has to be cured, then the doctor has to know what is wrong with this patient and treat him. Whatever is, sometimes he has to cut down his body and remove some parts of his body, or do the needful so that he can get cured. In the same way, when you see some devotee who is actually not following the rules and regulations or misbehaving or something like that, it is to be addressed by it is to be taken to the notice of proper authority. Then authority will be do the needful. So, but with respect to your question, you said, right, if I walk into the temple and somebody told something to me to do this service, I feel like he's ordering me. So, to come out of that attitude, we should have regular association of devotees, and we should always, Maharaj always says, you wear this, actually, Mahaprabhu also says, you wear these words to your neck and always remember, Trunadapi Sumijana, Tharorapi Saishuna, better than a blade of grass and more tolerant than sleep. And Amanina Vadanina means you should never expect any respect from others, but you should give all respect to others. And when you do that, then only you'll be able to Kirtaniya Sadhari. You'll be able to remember Krishna, you'll be able to chant the holy name of Krishna. Otherwise, it's only a matter of time, you will be out of the devotee association. So it means if you are not able to reach that level, that is okay. But you should never offend devotees. Never make devotees feel bad, including a newcomer, including a new devotee also. That will actually help us in long run. Okay, bro.
Thank you, Prabhu. Correct.
Okay, end here. Anybody have any more questions or comments? India Tantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai Sri Prabhupada ki Ananta Koటి Vaishnava